Thank you all for listening to A Fool's Quest. As an additional way to connect with us and to help support the show, you can become a member of the official A Fool's Quest Patreon. All of our subscription tiers include ad-free episodes and access to a Patreon Discord channel. And membership comes with other privileges, including ad-free episodes, early access to new episodes, A Fool's Quest art, music and world lore, merchandise giveaways, Discord perks and status, bonus episodes, and behind-the-scenes content you won't get anywhere else. Presently, all proceeds will be reinvested right back into the show, bringing you even more of the quality content we've enjoyed sharing with you so far. And if Patreon just isn't your thing, no worries. You can still enjoy the same foolishness every Friday, just as you have been. Patreon is completely a bonus for those who would like to directly support the show and connect with the cast. To check out the Patreon details as well as subscription tiers and benefits, just go to patreon.com/A Fool's Quest or follow the link on our homepage at afoolsquest.com. And remember, stay safe, we love you all, and most importantly, stay foolish. Background music and ambience brought to you in part by Midnight Syndicate. Music for the imagination and the perfect musical accompaniment for the Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. In a world where things are not what they seem, and people are not who they appear to be, where puns run rampant through the streets, and it's hard to tell who the real monsters are. Finally, the culmination of 2 epic campaigns. 3 heroes fighting to keep the world of Euphrae from ripping apart, against 3 villains who conspire to thwart the efforts of Gagme, and where the fate of Tim and Terry hangs in the balance. Now, let's join Sir Thadeus Trebilcock, the wild magic sorcerer, Francis the Lion, the gladiator bard, Malphaedor, the fallen Aasimar Oathbreaker, Ayda, the drow rogue, Nastly, the half-halfling, half-fainting satyr bard, and the rogue warlock Hesh von Eggars, as they meet face to face for the very first time. Join us now for the Season 3 finale presentation of A Fool's Quest.
A purple portal sits in front of you. On the other side of the portal, 3 strangers look at you with wide eyes and confused stares. In the middle, touching the 2 portals, between the 2 portals, stands Terry. His eyes are milky white and his jaw is tight with an expression of extreme focus. Wind blows outward from the portals, but no wind seems to be impacting Terry from within the 2 portals. Inside with Terry, there is nothing but blackness surrounding him, with a glow coming off the light from your rooms. The heroes sit in Chuck's office, with Tim next to them and Chuck next to them. From Terry's right side, there are a group of 3 people unknown to the heroes that are standing outside with the sunlight bleeding in through the portal. And you guys see each other. So we are going to control this chaos by starting off with initiative, and I will log who got what. So everybody roll a d20, and Shamas, yes, you have a question.
12.
Oh, god damn it.
That is the shittiest question I have ever been given.
Okay, they're just kidding. All right. So Hesh got a 12.
13.
Oh, Malphaedor one-upped him with a fucking 13.
Forgot to get my character sheet out.
19.
19. MC Nastly.
So that's you.
Oh, shit.
Fucking A.
So Ayda bounces to the top with 22.
15.
Francis got a 15. And
Thadeus got a 16.
Thaddeus got a 16.
I'm wrong. I got 17.
Jesus.
Have you played D&D before?
I'm new. What's your excuse?
It's been a while.
17. All right, so you're tied with Thaddeus?
No, Thaddeus got 16.
Oh, fuck. God damn it.
I'm better than Thaddeus.
Well,
I'm Francis the Lion.
God damn it!
Ayda got a 22. McNasty got a 19. Francis got a 17. Thaddeus got a 16. Malphaedor got a 13. Hesh got a 12.
Everybody got that? Good.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Sounds right.
Okay.
Anybody write that down?
I got it, and I will call out who goes. I will call out who goes where. All right. So.
You mean when?
Shut up. All right, Ayda, with a 22, you see the 3 heroes in their Gagme cloaks. Actually, you see 5 heroes in Gagme cloaks because you also see Chuck and Tim on the other side of this portal that seems to be in nowhere. So
Is Terry wearing a cloak too?
Terry is wearing a cloak, but his cloak, you can't really see it. It's shrouded in blackness. You can only really see his arms, side of his leg. You can just see the side of him and the light that's on it. So you can tell he's wearing a cloak, but you can't really make it out.
So, you guys see this guy? He looks like he's in a bit of a trouble. So, you guys want to pull him through?
Maybe push him through.
Why would we
All right,
push him?
let's pull him.
All right, so are you going to try and pull Terry towards you?
Yeah.
Okay, so you approach the portal, and you go to put your hand into it, and it hits against the portal like it's a piece of glass, and you cannot get your hand in through the portal.
That's disappointing.
Yeah. Terry does not seem to notice you at all that you've done this. And let's bounce over to McNasty now. You just see this random drow person walk over to a portal and smash her fingers right into it, trying to grab Terry. You heard her speak to her friends, which there is a human that responded who... Francis, what does your character look like? What is he wearing?
I'm actually wearing a mithril chain shirt, or maybe it's a breastplate. How do I find my inventory on here?
It's the one that says equipment.
Mithril tank top.
Mithril breastplate, which is cut like a tank top. Very interesting scene of a setting sun and a guy in a samurai robe and a man bun. Anyway, yeah, he's got a little bit of a mullet, and he's in excellent shape.
Looks great.
Probably the most handsome man any of you have seen.
And Ayda, what does your character look like that McNasty is seeing? Trying to ram her fingers into a metal or a glass wall.
Well, I'm in my favorite sweater with the little moth guy on it.
Yeah, the Break Wills sweater with the logo.
Yep, with my weapon, with my bow across my back and my rapier on my hip. And I have purple skin, so looking great.
All right, McNasty, what do you do with your 19 initiative?
I'm going to cast Bigby's Hand and attempt to reach out to grab Terry.
Okay. And what does the Big B hand spell do?
It creates a large hand of shimmering translucent force in an unoccupied space that I can see within range. It lasts for the spell's duration and moves at my command, mimicking whatever my own hand is doing. So I can clench, grab, punch, or use it to interpose between objects.
Now, do you summon the hand outside the portal and try to reach it through the portal, or do you try to summon it inside the portal where Terry is? Like in between the portals, in the in-between?
In the in-between area.
Okay. So you summon it, and your hand appears. What are you trying to do with your hand?
I'm going to try to gently grab Terry and remove him from between the portals.
Okay, so you grab Terry, you grab his arm, and just as the hand connects with his arm and shoulder to pull him back, it starts to get sucked down to the ground below his feet. The magic just starts getting pulled like it's paint dripping from a can, being yanked down into something at his feet that turns out to be some kind of rune, it looks like, but you can't tell from this angle, and then the darkness swallows it back up again, and your spell dissipates.
Am I able to cast another spell?
Nope, not on this turn. And Francis, you're up next, but you just saw this half-fainting satyr, half-halfling cast a spell, and you saw all this with the spell, but Nastly, what does your character look like?
My character looks absolutely stunning. Well, just want to point out. About, I think 4.5 feet tall, all goat, half man. Yeah, close enough. Halflings are half man. I don't know. It works. But no, about 4.5 feet tall with lightly curved horns, and then soft brown fur and hair, and terrifying golden goat eyes staring out from a gaunt face.
So you see this guy cast this spell, and the spell gets gobbled up by some rune that is at this other person's feet that is within this portal. So, Francis the Lion, what do you do with your 17 initiative?
Hey in there. Hey you, with the eyes. What hello? Does Terry react at all?
Terry does not react.
I'm gonna tap on it with my knuckles.
On the glass?
Yeah.
Okay, so it makes a doom, doom, doom noise. But he still doesn't react, and his eyes are still that milky white, completely glossed over.
I'm gonna cast command on him.
Okay, and what does command do?
Stop it. He needs to make a wisdom save.
So he got a 16 for his save.
Alright, well I tell him to stop it.
Okay, for a brief moment, his eyes lose that white, milky glare to him, and he blinks for just a quick second, and then some magical energy pulls up from the ground, wraps around his legs, and his eyes turn white and milky again.
Could I see the rune or anything?
If you're looking for it, make a perception check.
Perception, 11.
Okay, so
Fuck.
Do you speak Elven?
I do not.
No? Okay. So you're 11, you just see that the runes are bringing in magic and then pushing it back out toward Terry. So you don't you see the rune, but you see it like Nastly saw it, and you can't make heads or tails of what the rune means.
All right.
And Thadeus, with your 16, you just saw Francis, who already described himself, do that neat little magic trick with the eyes go back to normal with Terry, and then pop back to the milky white, and then him staring off into nothingness again. With your 16 initiative, what do you do?
I look around and say, Who are you three, and what are you doing to Terry?
That's enough out of you.
Alright, so here's what we're going to do. If you want to try an action, you can do that right now, or if you want to engage in conversation, the last person to do anything was Francis, you can engage him in conversation, or call out one of the other three if you want.
I'm going to cast Firebolt at Francis for getting lippy.
It begins.
So just
And so it begins.
like finger gun, point at Francis, and shoot a firebolt at him.
Counterspell.
So Thaddeus, you as an old man, your stuff's not super flashy. You finger gun your firebolt. What does that look like, and then what do you look like?
I'm about 6 foot tall, blue robes, blue classic wizard's hat, great big white bushy beard, long hair, and old. Yeah, I'm 68. I just finger gun, and fire shoots out of my finger.
And just as you do that, Hesh, you see one of the people from the other side of the portal Hesh, what does your character look like, and what do you do for your counterspell?
Hesh is a tall, strapping 6 foot, maybe even 6'1" on a good day, looking man who has brown, luscious locks and almond eyes. He has a nice hat on and a phenomenal little cane. He's got a little gazer who likes to hang out just beside him. He's an ex-pupiled, tiny beholder-looking creature that's just like the best kind of floating hot man you could ever have. And as the finger guns come out, see, Hesh himself has thrown a finger gun or two. He knows exactly how these arcane tricks happen, and very much like when you flip someone the bird and then they catch it midair and then act like they put it in their pocket, just like that, Hesh does so and gives him a nice little wink while saying, wink.
You're picking up the habits from...
Oh yeah, we've been doing this. This has been doing the thing.
Alright, so Thadeus, your spell gets counterspelled, and we're going to bounce over now to Malphaedor, who had a 13. So Malphaedor, you just saw Thadeus do this, and you saw the other random dude with the gazer and the cane and the hat counterspell it with catching it and putting it in his pocket, I think, and turning it into nothingness. Malphaedor, what do you do?
Okay, I take it as a aggressive action, and I'm trying to save my friend Terry, so I will fire off a witch bolt at him.
Okay, who are you firing at?
At Hesh.
Okay, so go ahead and make your roll.
And that's a nat 20. So that's a 28 to hit.
Okay, so with a nat 20, that actually cracks the glass for the portal.
Yes!
And the wind starts rushing out way, way faster, and Tim screams at you, Malphaedor, what are you doing? And Hesh, you had something you wanted to say?
Hesh, upon seeing it crack, would have done a little flinch, and then regained his composure, only to give him, pulling from his pocket, the bird.
Now, does the witch bolt actually reach him, or does it stop at the portal?
No, it stops at the portal, and then the magic kind of fizzles into nothingness.
Okay, but it's cracked and opened on our side now?
It's cracked, like a cracked glass, but it's almost like you cracked bulletproof glass, so it's more like an impact splinter.
Okay. Well, a witch bolt will continue as long as I keep concentrating on it, so I'm just going to keep applying that.
It didn't hit its target, so you're not going to actually be able to do the rest of the spell.
Yeah, it didn't hit your target, right? Your target is Hesh, so you can't maintain concentration because it didn't hit your target.
Okay.
I have never been more disappointed.
Alright, so Malphaedor, your witch bolt, first describe what you look like and what your witch bolt looks like that just smashed into this glass.
Malphaedor is 6'1", about 180, with mithril plate, his Gagme cloak, a blue dragon scale shield, and an array of nice weapons around his belt, and a horned helm that seems very annoying.
Hey, Malphaedor, look over there. Poor people.
Dark hair, blue eyes, seems to have a noble arrogance about him. But the witch bolt looks very much like the Emperor from a certain sci-fi genre that we won't mention because of copyright. But it's just crackling energy emanating from my fingertips toward my target, but is stopped short by the portal, which cracks and flares.
Okay, and as that cracks and flares, Hesh, it's your actual turn now.
Hesh would like to do two things if he's able. Number one, would like to do an insight check to see if he would recognize Malphaedor. Not so much the other two, but Malphaedor absolutely, because he would be the one that would be the long-standing hearing the tales of the gossip and such like that, and Hesh had an investment into that. Would want to know if he could recognize at least
I would
one.
say that would be an insight check with all three of you villains to see if you recognized him.
That's a 20 total.
All right, a 20 will do it. Yep.
The second thing and the most important thing is would like to do an Arcana check on the actual rift area to see if you could figure out what's going on.
Okay, 1 second, Hesh. Ayda, what'd you get for your insight check?
I got a 16.
All right, and Francis?
17.
All right, so you guys all recognize at least Malphaedor that is from Gagme. And you recognize the other Gagme people, that they are Gagme because they're all wearing cloaks. But you recognize specifically Malphaedor as well as Chuck. Now, with your Arcana check, what did you roll for that?
I rolled a 19 total, and when he goes to do it, he gives Malphaedor the weight finger, the index, and he goes, just hold on just one moment, Malphaedor. Let the adult kind of take a look at this. And I'm going to start investigating an Arcana check.
Okay, so you do the Arcana check. With your 19, you find that there is some kind of extraplanar element to this. So most of the time, a portal is, two-dimensional, right? Where you step through it, it's like a doorway. You step through it, and then you're on the other side. There is nothing in between when you step through from point A to point B. There's no gap. And what you're seeing right now is that there is nothingness, and that nothingness has been expanded, and there is a person inside that nothingness right now.
Would also wave Ayda over and say, "Come on over here, darling, and tell me what this says."
Okay, and before that happens, because we are hitting the round of initiative and it's going to start back up to the top, something happens. Malphaedor and Hesh, in your heads, a loud ringing noise is triggered. And it's kind of like when an explosion goes off and your ears ring, or when something really loud happens and your ears ring. You get that for a second. It drowns out all the other noise. And then you hear that voice, that one voice that gives you those extra warlock powers, that says to both of you,
"He is marked."
And that is it. And then your ears stop ringing and you are back in control of your faculties. And now back to the top of the order. It's Ayda's turn with her 22, where she can come over and look if she chooses.
Hold on.
Okay.
Do I recognize the voice at all?
Yes, it is the voice from your childhood.
Oh, that voice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surprise, motherfucker.
All right, and Hesh?
To clarify, that voice was in both of our ears, or just his, and the ringing is in both of our ears?
The ringing is in both of your ears, and your own voice is in both of your ears.
So like our individual patrons. Gotcha.
Yes, your individual patrons.
Well, that's terrifying. Okay.
Seems we're not the only players here.
So it's Ayda's turn at the top of the order, and what do you do now?
Since we all recognize Mal, I'm just gonna be like, "It's Malphaedor!"
Hey, I take a step back. I'm kind of surprised that these people I haven't ever seen before are calling me out by name.
It's those Gagme bastards. We gotta get them all.
Okay, and then do you do any other actions, or is that your turn?
So could I try to see what that rune is?
Actually, you might have seen it. Why don't you roll a perception check, too? Because you got to the portal before Francis did, because your turn was before him.
Oh, not good. 5. Did I roll again since it was a nat 1?
Yes.
Alright, that's better. That's 19.
Okay, well, I mean, you don't roll again and get the next roll. You roll again to make sure it's not compounded worse.
Yeah, so the first one was 5.
So yeah, you you definitely did not see the rune on the ground at all.
I don't have any spells or anything that I can try to break through this portal to get to Terry, so we can move on.
Okay, and it will be over to McNastly.
So I'm able to, when I cast my spell, I was able to see like the ruin and everything appear and kind of tell that it was magic based.
Yep, and it absorbed your magic.
Awesome. Then I cast Dispel Magic
Okay.
on the ruin.
Okay.
I don't like it. I want it to go away.
No, I don't.
I want it gone.
You cast Dispel Magic on the rune inside the portal, and I need you to make a dexterity save of a DC 15.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Oh, wait. 20.
20, okay.
Not natural 20.
All right, flaccid 20. So you get hit with a large burst of force energy, but on your hooves you're able to grind into the ground in the office and keep from being thrown back. But you do take 11 points of force damage still, as this is beating against you.
First time I haven't get beaten.
Welcome to the club.
All right. That's displeasing.
Yep.
But did the magic go away?
Nope.
Fuck.
All right, and then it's over to Francis.
I've got an idea. But just in case, Hesh, I want you to do a really good job after this. I'm going to give Hesh a Bardic Inspiration die. That's a D8. And then I'm going to cast Freedom of Movement on myself. And then I'm going to hold my breath and try to walk through the portal, but like face first.
Okay. So you cast Bardic Inspiration on Hesh, and then you go to walk through the portal, and you walk face first into the glass portal.
And it still stops me.
It still stops you, and it hurts your nose.
Son of a bitch. I knew that wasn't going to work. I just wanted to prove it to all of you in case you thought of that later, because clearly I would think of it first.
And then you do take 1 point of pride damage.
Son of a bitch must pay.
You don't get that back.
You don't get that back.
Don't I?
Nope. I didn't get mine back.
I can only imagine what that looked like on our side of the portal.
Smush nose.
My tongue was out a little.
It's like an episode of Fail Army.
All right, and it is over to Thaddeus.
Alright, so magic doesn't work on it. I'm just going to talk to the three people on the other side of the portal. Look, obviously we cannot pass through these portals.
Maybe you can't.
I just watched you walk into the glass. So obviously you can't either.
Okay.
We need to figure out... Did you open these portals?
Obviously.
Well, close it.
No.
We don't take orders from gag me fools.
Yes, don't you have lives to ruin? Children to abduct? Conscript?
We don't do any of that.
Yes, you do. You ruined mine. I've made a new one. Better.
All right, I don't have anything else I can do.
Okay, so we move from Thaddeus to Malphaedor.
I'm going to summon Bone Crusher, my packed weapon, and the one we got from Montague, and cast Searing Smite on the hammer, and just blatantly start attacking the portal, trying to break through it, shut it down, whatever happens to it.
Okay, make your first attack roll on the portal.
At this point, would my rapier start going off?
Nope, your rapier would not go off.
Okay. Guys, we're good. I'm not vibrating.
That's a not natural 20.
Alright, a flaccid 20, you do hit. Roll up your damage for it.
Okay, so the Searing Smite does an additional d6. A total of 18 on that first strike.
Okay, stop with that first strike and do a reflex save.
Natural 20.
Wow, oh, roll it again.
11.
So your natural 20 does save you and keep you in spot. It also keeps your weapon from flying out of your hand with the force damage that went fully against the head of the weapon. It didn't hit you, but it went fully against the head of the weapon, trying to force it back to the other opposite end of the room.
It's got some reverb on it. Okay. Does the portal seem to have taken any damage from my strike?
No.
Okay. Then I'll forego the my second attack and turn to Thadeus. So, well, that's not going to work. What do you got? I've never seen anything like this.
The spell you cast did some damage, so we can do more of that.
And we'll bounce over to Hesh.
Hesh is gonna address Thadeus. Not knowing his name, he's gonna call out, "Hey, old man, how do you think they got in this space between spaces? It doesn't seem to be an opening on our end. And we'll continue investigating, if possible, for like a weak spot or some sort of crease or something, like a physical crease."
Your friend just said you opened it.
Yeah, he says a lot of things. He's Francis the Lion.
Never heard of him.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are famous last words.
I don't believe you.
I've been all over you, Frey. Never heard of Francis. Was it Francis the cat?
Liar.
Francis the liar? Nope. Haven't heard of him.
Well, it seems you don't run in those prestigious circles, and that's understandable. But our problem now is that there are two individuals here that seem to be in quite a predicament. Nicholas, would you like me to roll like investigation?
What do you mean two individuals in the predicament?
Wait, isn't it Tim and Terry in there, or just one?
It's just Terry in there. Tim is with the heroes.
Okay.
If you want to re-say that the right way, I'll cut it. We'll fix it in post.
No. You let him fuck that up on his own time.
You know what? No. let it ride. No, I'll re-say it. It seems like there is a singular person in here, just one, and absolutely not two. I did not misunderstand the situation. There's definitely just one person who seems to be in a predicament that needs our help at this very moment. And then, would you like me to roll investigation or no?
Yeah, you can roll investigation. Were you waiting for a response back from Thadeus on that too?
Not really. Like, I'm talking while I'm doing stuff.
Okay, all right.
20 total.
And what are you trying to see about the
actual creases or weaknesses, like physical weaknesses, any like abnormalities that would make it seem like there's like a hinge or a crease or something that can be worked in?
There are no hinges, no creases. This is literally torn into the fabric of the universe.
It's well built.
Very well built. Dwarven made.
You're saying we can break it.
All right, and seeing that we are wrapping up this round, the next thing that triggers off is Francis. You see that the satyr person is wielding a golden kazoo. Beautiful in nature. Just the most gorgeous kazoo that you have ever seen. And McNastly, you looking into the portal, see this Francis the Lion Cat Liar guy. And he's holding up... Well, he's not holding... He's got this set of bagpipes.
Beautiful set of bagpipes.
On a strap around my, torso.
Yes, like a guitar strap, just completely so that you can flip it around if he needs to.
There's a lightning bolt embroidered on the strap.
All right, and so you guys notice that about each other. And we will go back through the order initiative. If you don't really have anything you want to say. Actually, we'll kind of open it up at this point. So any dialogue that you guys want, we can start there and go forward. So, all right, McNastly, you're first.
Unlike that you could tell who it was by the very small hand
that shot up over my computer screen.
Give me! So, you said I noticed the bagpipes on his shoulder or whatnot?
Yep, you notice them.
That is a good thing to notice. I'm going to cast Animate Object on 10... wait, what size is are the bagpipes considered? Small?
Oh, they'd be small or tiny.
Small or tiny? Tiny?
Small would be... You'd be small size. So
Yes.
I feel like they'd be tiny.
Aha! I animate 10 objects, one of which are the bagpipes. Do I see any other items on the other side of that portal? Or do I have to roll perception?
No, you see some items. I'm not going to list them out because what happens when you cast that is that it hits the bagpipes at first and they start moving and twitching, but then the magic that went through the portal gets sucked back into the portal and ignites the rune on the ground again.
Did you say the rune was Elvish?
The rune? Yes. Do you want to investigate the rune?
On seeing the rune light up, I want to do an Arcana check on it.
Okay.
See if I can figure anything out.
Yep, anybody who hasn't done an Arcana check at this point, if you want to, you can. And then, Hesh, I saw you...
Not great. 10.
24.
Wow.
12. Surprise, Malphaedor has no clue.
7
on the floor.
7 for Ayda.
It's not my forte.
I don't read.
16.
Okay. Sorry, that was a lot of numbers. Did anybody get over 20? Francis. All right, so Francis,
Yes.
You got over 20. You do recognize this now as a form of Elvish, but it is a super, super old form of Elvish. Almost, for example, Latin for us, how it's kind of a dead language, but there are words rooted from Latin to English or whatever. There are Elvish words rooted from this ancient dead language, but you recognize that for the rune.
I'm gonna pulse wave it.
Francis, what are you seeing?
Oh, there's this rune. Oh, you speak Elvish.
I do.
Actually, come here and watch while I do this.
All right.
Right by his feet, there's a
Now,
there's a rune.
Pulse wave originates from you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so make your attack roll.
It's a save.
Oh, the portal has to make a save. So,
Yes. So actually,
Roll well.
I don't know if it gets a save because it's an is it an object? Also, it's magical. I guess it should get a save.
Yeah, it's magical. Well, it fails its save, so what happens on a failed save?
6d6 of force damage.
Oh no.
If you don't hurt this thing, I'm going to kick it.
That's 14.
Okay, so you did 14, and I need you to make a reflex save.
Me? Damn. That might be 17 or it might be 13.
Well, that's a big difference.
It is. It is. Where's ability saves and senses?
Almost like one is a failure and one isn't.
Oh yeah, that's 17.
Okay, so a 17 you do save, but that force comes back to hit you, and it does 11. It does 10 points of damage, but you don't get knocked back. But it's a big gust of force and wind that shoots from the portal and smashes into you.
Yeah. Listen, you guys on the other side, I think casting a spell on it has weakened it. You should try harder.
Use all you got. It's working.
Wink.
Oh, man. All right, does anybody else want to do anything?
No, but what did it look like?
Oh, yeah.
The rune.
So, well, she saw the rune before. She just couldn't read it.
Oh, I thought she didn't see it.
No, she didn't see it.
Didn't she just make an Arcana check and roll a 7?
That was a perception.
No, it was
It was Arcana for everyone.
Oh. Oh, but I can't read it because I can't read Elvish.
Correct.
Can you write it out and I see it?
Well, you
Arcana check on it so you can see it.
yeah, you could see the rune.
But it flashed, though, so...
But it's like somebody who never took Latin in college seeing Latin for the first time. That's where you're at. So
Okay.
you saw it, but you don't know. You can't comprehend what it is.
Pluribus unum.
And Francis comprehends
Well,
what
it's
it
Greek to me.
is, but he can't read it.
What are you, some kind of an idiot?
So everyone here is stupid.
Yes. Out of all 6 of you, none of you can put these pieces
Bunch
together.
of fucking dum-dums.
Which is fine. All right. Anybody else want to do anything else?
I want to point out that you can't give us puzzles. We're all foolish. It's terrible.
It's not nice.
We just want to punch it.
It's in the name of the show.
I want to witch bolt it again.
Okay.
Excellent.
Yes.
Maybe if we witch bolt it at the same time.
Do it.
Sure.
Just don't cross our streams.
Gotcha.
It's like an anime combo attack. We can win with friendship.
So Thaddeus and I will just both stand there. May.
All right, hold on. Before that, Hesh
joining
has
in.
something.
Is it apparent that he hasn't heard anybody? This singular person that's in there, definitely not 2 people.
Terry
Right.
has only...
Just
has
the one.
not-
It's always been the one. And William
Yes.
said that there was 2, but he lied, and I will never believe him
I
again.
have never said that.
Who's William? His name's...
You can't even hear him. You're making that up. Anyway, no, there's just Terry in there, and the only time he seemed to get any kind of clarity at all was when Francis cast command on him before the spell got sucked into the room.
But it's entirely evident to everybody that he cannot hear us.
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks for catching up.
Let's see here.
I mean, it's been like 30 times you guys casting spells at this goddamn thing, but you're still deciding that's a good idea.
Firing, assholes.
So,
Hey, man.
Fire away!
so to
A war of
Thaddeus,
attrition is a war we
would
win.
Say, so it seems that he's unresponsive to us on this side. Is that the same for you?
As we unleash our witch bolts.
As
Double witch bolt.
As they go to cast Witch Bolt, I'm actually going to also cast Eldritch Blast with them.
Roll it up, boys!
Okay, Eldritch Blast is just automatic.
Oh my god!
Tim and Terry have always kind of been collateral
I'm gonna
damage.
go play with my crayons.
Hello. 26 to hit.
It hits.
Oh, yeah.
13 to hit.
That also hits. It's a portal.
16 damage.
Okay.
I got a 16 to the 25.
Those both hit. Everything is hitting. It's armor class is like 5.
I cast this at 5th level. I did 34 damage.
34 damage. Okay.
Only did 10 damage.
10 more damage. Okay.
So then Thaddeus and I are both standing there with blue arcing energy crackling at the portal. They're just kind of swirling around each other trying to...
And then McNastly's blast comes in right on top of that.
Yep, two Eldritch Blasts.
All 3 of you guys, give me dexterity saves.
Fuck yeah, dex save. Oh, that's bad.
Made it.
I got a 6!
18.
The 2 that made it, you took 15 damage, and you didn't get knocked back. McNastly,
Let me click on my damage.
you take 30 damage, and you get blasted 15 feet back across the room and into the wall.
Let's say it's almost fault.
Does that break our concentration?
It does not break your concentration.
Whatever you guys are doing, it's working.
McNasty falls to the floor and...
Does it seem to have any more effect on the portal itself?
It
crack anymore.
It does not crack anymore.
I feel like that first crack was bullshit.
Yeah.
It's tricking us.
Mm-hmm. We got pranked by the portal. So I turn to Ayda and say, hey, and I say this audibly to them as well. Hey, let's convince them that it cracked on this side.
Dude, we don't have any magic. Can you guys keep doing that? It's cracking on this side. We can get him out.
It's
Is
working.
this guy your buddy? Is he your buddy? Do you guys want him back? Because we can get him back.
Yes, we'll
hitting
catch
it.
him when he falls. It's definitely working.
We got him.
Maybe 4 or 5 more times.
Go ahead, Hesh.
I will pull out, never pull out, never surrender, but I will pull out this time, scroll that may or may not be of the magical persuasion. I'm going to tell Thaddeus, hey listen, we have one of these scrolls that every day kind of changes. Is there something you might have on your end? Maybe we could work together to bring this down. Do you guys have anything like that? And then, sleight of hand, prestidigitation, firework popping sound in front of the painting satyr. That's right, I listen to the podcast.
Somebody has to.
Alright, well, the magic goes through the portal, but it doesn't let off the pop or crackle. It gets pulled back as soon as it would ignite, pulled back into the portal and absorbed by the rune.
I hate this.
Yeah, sucker.
Hate all this.
One of us is paying attention.
I got an idea. I solemnly swear that I'm up to no good and try to walk through it.
Alright, you also take 1 point of pride damage as you face plant right into the portal.
So this thing's like right in the middle of the room, right?
We're outside.
You guys are outside.
Yeah,
but
we're outside.
Yeah, it's in the middle of the room for them. Yes.
I'm gonna walk behind it.
Okay.
What was Thaddeus' response to the scroll thing?
I have many scrolls. I'm not going to tell you what I'm carrying on me. I don't know you.
Give it time. We'll be best friends soon.
We've got your friend.
Yes,
I
you
mean,
guys cracked it enough. We can pull him out. Show us the scroll.
You don't have him. He's still
You don't know.
between the portals.
No, but it's cracked on the side. We can get it.
Look, Francis the liar. I'm not going to listen to anything you have to say.
That's
What is that teleport scroll that we got from his actual scroll? I don't remember what it was called, but we can teleport people. We talked about using it to teleport Douche to like the moon. But it didn't cause damage. It just gave us the ability to teleport somebody we could see to another place we could see.
Anything causes damage if you're creative enough.
Yeah, but
That's true. That's true.
well, we just witnessed Hesh's scroll fizzle because of the rune activity, so I'm pretty sure that would do the same thing with
Yeah.
anything we
Well,
do.
his scroll didn't fizzle. He tried to cast
He
a
tried
spell
to cast
on me.
like prestidigitation.
Yeah.
Alright, Hesh,
Like
what
that.
you got?
When he had responded that he wasn't telling Hesh anything, Hesh put the scroll back into his
Okay.
So.
But did he hesitate?
God damn it. Anybody else want to say or try anything else?
What's the back look like?
Oh, yes.
So I said to your mom.
The back is nothing. There is nothing there.
I'm gonna walk through the space where it is.
Okay, you walk through and there's no glass, nothing. You just walk right through and then you're standing there.
You see that? I came through the portal just fine. This guy's a sissy.
Well, that's going to pique McNastly's interest, so I'm going to walk around our portal. Do I see anything?
Nope.
Well, that's upsetting. I stick a middle finger through my side of the portal so they can see it. Yes.
Okay.
The backwards way.
While you're behind the portal, just grab Terry.
As you can see the middle finger, that is impossible.
He's in our room, right, Terry?
Terry's in between.
I know he's in between the portals, but he's still in our room.
He's in the upside down.
But McNastly's not in the in-between. So just because his hand went through and it's in the space, it's a tear in the fabric of space-time. It is not...
So there are tears.
Oh wait, is it the overlapping world called? Ah, fuck.
The upside down?
No, in D&D.
Oh, I don't
The,
know.
the plane of shadow?
No.
The Shadowfell.
No,
The ethereal.
that one. Is that where he's at?
The ethereal plane?
Would this just
Go faster.
fuck everything up if I just said the best side dish ever?
We both know it's not the greatest choice at this point.
Hesh, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Yeah, beforehand, while the chaos was ensuing, would try to message and see if it would go through Malphaedor. Does the message go through before I go into what I'd like to
Nope.
say?
It starts to say something and then it
Alright.
gets garbled.
Never mind.
Sucks back.
None of us are learning from anything.
Okay, so
This puzzle sucks.
go ahead. No, Vader. Jesus.
One last, just to see if it would work. I'll cast command at Terry and command him to transform.
Okay. So, does he have to make a save?
Yeah, he's got a wisdom save.
All right, yeah.
I've never wanted Terry to succeed at something before.
Wanted to fail, so he transformed.
Well, I'm
Nope.
hoping maybe...
No, I stand by the statement I made. Thank you.
Stand a chance of popping him out of whatever it is he's...
I think he's going to pop out of his those human clothes. I don't really want that.
He saves. He got a flaccid 20.
Nay.
I hope so.
Boo.
So while he saves, though, it absorbs that magic that you cast in there at him. And the wind begins to die down around you to that of a small storm instead of a giant hurricane.
Feed it magic.
The sound from the room begins to muffle until everything sounds like it's being heard from underwater, even on the outside where the villains are. Everything is muffled except for Terry, which you can now hear mumbling something. The milky white bleeds away from his normal brown eyes. Something begins to wind around Terry's left leg and right shoulder as a dark shadow begins to emerge from the blackness behind him. Focused, but still seemingly blind to the individuals on either side of the portal, Terry squints his eyes and says, "She is real." More slithering entities wrap around Terry as the creature looms closer. Terry, not even noticing the peril, says, I found her. Tim, I found her. And then, on the end of each one of those dark tentacles wrapping around Terry, eyeballs all begin to wink open, as a large creature with one great eye and a mouth full of razor-sharp teeth emerges from the blackness and envelops Terry in a horrific embrace, and the portals close.
It's just like the fortune woman said.
I thought it was a gypsy woman.
That was quite a sight to behold.
Nice one.
Alright, guys.
You lost one level.
My fools, this wraps up Season 3. Good job, all you fuckers.
It was not super
Well,
productive.
holy shit.
My pun better fucking stay in that.
This concludes this episode of A Fool's Quest. Join us next time for a more fun and daring adventure. Thank you for listening, and don't forget to like, subscribe, review, and comment on your favorite platform to listen to A Fool's Quest.
Yeah.